So, good morning, students. Today, our discussion for the session is online communities. So, basically, we are all together as a community, and we are a part of many communities, whether we are made up of families, friends, or shared interests of same people, same hobbies. We are all in a part of communities. So, basically, it is similar like online communities take similar principles for in-person communities and make them virtual. As its roots are from online community, it is basically based on the internet community. That is example of group of people with shared of interest, purpose, who use internet to communicate with each other. And these communities have their own set of guidelines, needs like online communities, engagement, moderation, and management system. So So this is the example of online communities that we are a part of any WhatsApp group or Facebook group that is related to any specific region. It is example of online community. So there is a definition that probably part of any online community, two or more, whether it's next door or for neighborhood or Facebook, LinkedIn groups around a common interest. So as I already said to you that any of you part of Facebook group, LinkedIn group, which is a part of online community. This is an online community example. Moving to next slide. Why it is different from Facebook and also social media platforms. So first of all, we as many of us compare it with the online social media networks and platform and all. But online community is little bit different from all of this because one of the greatest area of confusion that who are online to the online community softwares industries is the differences between large public social networks and like Facebook, lending groups, and branded online communities. Many of us think any of who is on the Facebook is an part of online community. No, the groups are special community based by any of the organization or from Facebook, which their agenda is common between them. For example, you are a student of AGC and now you are studying at advanced new media. So whenever we made a group on LinkedIn specific for advanced new media, so it is an online community for journalism, not for all of the social media is an online community. So next point here is think about the approaches in way that while an average user might casually spend time on public or personal social network, member of private online communities are often intent on investing time with a purposeful mind. So here we are stating that whenever casually we are spending time on social media network, it is not a we are a part of online community. But when a member of private community or from organization, especially spending the time on purposeful mindset or for the opportunity to engage them from the organization, that is for their personal growth and professional growth, that is a part of online community specific. And these platforms share similarities like the ultimate purpose of connecting people online and the vast research in the functionality. So there's a similarity between the social media and online communities that we are online and connecting people from vast distances, but only there's a difference that we are for some specific mindset we are set for here, and they are very strategizing and targeting some specific audience, not all the people who is not to properly from our perspective. We will specifically the people who is for our community only. Moving to the next slide. That for community engagement, a user need to feel a high degree of comfort about their privacy, asking questions belonging to the space. So in this point, they are stating that for a real example, for real, community engagement is happen only when the person is highly comfort with their privacy to asking questions and belonging to the space where they need any question and showcasing their expertise often gets diffused on social media. So whenever we are a part of online community, we are able to communicate our engagement to highly feel our privacy and asking questions about specific doubts of the same topic we are sharing in the community. So, and it is an example of a community platform that if you are creating your community on social media or open source solution, you are subject to any of all of the changes with say with no say effectively building your house and rental land. So in this point, they are saying that any of the community which is created on the social media or any on open source solutions, you are subject to any and all of their changes. You are the subject that you are will be a part of their main source of object. Whether it will be changed or not, it is totally depends on it. Okay. Next point here is the more security. So community vendors see privacy as the top priority. It's their job. So in any online community, the community vendor who is creating that community for the people, its topmost priority is the security of the public because it's their job. Whether it's on the Facebook or LinkedIn group, they are able to protect their members' privacy and their own information from the community. In the third point, they're saying that on a social media platform, they gain invaluable data that your community will inevitably generate about your members and customers. So what is the benefit which a community get from it? That they will able to generate invaluable data from their invaluable generate about their members and customers, which they do not share it with any unauthorized person, only with the authorized authority. And if you create your online community, you will have access to all of the data and it helps to understand your users and creating curated experience for the user. For example, you have created a group for specific apps of online shopping. So the data you have gathered from the people who is on the online community, you will use it for further marketing processes and all, but do not share it with any of the unauthorized person because it is an offense of breach of trust between your party and your community. So you have to be specific on that. Whenever you create any online community, you have to access of the data and the users and create there for experiences for the people in the long run. The last point here is the more community management tools. With this, they are highly logic and engagement tools which are built-in specially designed to create an engaging experience for the people. For example, they will ask you about every survey and community specifically for some reason. So they will ask the surveys and Google Forms related to that so that they will be engaging you in this whole community. You will be part of for a longer run, not for a short run. Moving to the next slide, the branded online communities in practice. So once a community members log in for the first time, they can participate in the variety of ways like ask another member a question about how they did something in the past because they are new to the communities, which is branded, specific branded online communities. They will read the top discussion post of the week of their content in the online community, suggest an improvement to something you offer, and also sign up to become a speaker at one of your events. So there are also many events happening every week or every day for the in online communities. Whether you will suggest anything and they will think that you are saying a very good point here, so they will give you and sign up to become a speaker of the event. But online community is not just another piece of software that an organization buys an online communities for creating this destination for real people. Here we are not talking about the people who is a dummy on the online system. No, the people who is the part of online community must be real, and they are the organization when buys online community. For example, I needed data about my product review, so I will go to any of the website which is having online communities and ask them about, sir, give me the number of people who is on the online marketing, and I want them to interact on the session and give me some suggestions for my product. So these type of communities also charge heavy amount of from organizations. So they are not just a software piece, but they are also original people who is on the online community part. The last point here is the online community are the virtual town hall for the organization and provide recognition and support connection when your customers or members need it most. So any of the issue when marketing companies faces that online or product is not having so much high sales in the market. So at that point of time, the online communities comes in and they will suggest some improvements in the marketing strategies so that you will improve your organizational products value in the market. Move to the next slide. That these are the examples of the last slide that what are the support and innovation by the online communities for the people they are giving to the organization. The online community several forms and private communities created by login or invite only, public communities that are easily searchable, and private communities that are some public elements but require a login for full of people. So these are the communities part that online communities suggest to some of these communities so that you can promote your product on their these communities channels, and your sales in the market will be good. So now we are discussing about the characteristics of online communities. So here is the first is point is the online communities are built for engagement and empowered communal support. So not all communities look and feel the same. They have many shapes and forms to fit the needs of their unique members and owners. So each and every online community is not fit for all of the organizations as well as for the members which are looking for online community, because their agenda, their way of talking, their way of teaching and discussing the things are different totally from each other. So whenever the member is looking for any online community to gain some knowledge for the professional growth, so there is some unique online communities. And for organization, if they are looking for any online communities to promote their products, their requirement for these communities are different. So in order to bring everyone to their online destination, they broadly need to think about everyone involved. How will they benefit from our community and how inclusive in this space? So whenever we are hiring any one in the online community, so what benefit they will give to the community and what community will give benefit to this new member. All of this be a part of this correct online communities. The next point here is to answer that backup. What's your online community for? And their answer will influence your tactics and strategies to achieve high engagement. So any online community which is going very fast, for example, LinkedIn nowadays having very vast group of activity from the professionals. So any of the new community which is there, and if you want to join them, they will firstly ask you a question. You will ask them a question that what your online community for, why you are gathered this online community. Their main purpose is fulfilling my destination, my engagement or not. And if it is, then there is highly engagement for this new people as well. The last point here is think of your community as being a specific group with a specific purpose, and for people who use specific tool and product, the purpose will be would be learn, educate, and network with similar people. So it is all about that. What is the specific purpose of the group within the online community, and what are the tools and products you are having with the online community to teach them, to educate them, and to network with the similar people. Moving to the next slide, here is that online communities are vibrant and multidimensional. So first point here is that a great community is multidimensional, diverse and vibrant because of the people who are part of it. So any of the community is having multidimensional and diverse type of people in the community, because people are unpredictable and creative as well as they diverse, and they are bringing everything from the different places to that community. So it is online community must be vibrant and multidimensional. So in the next point, these traditional one-way exchange of information and opening up your communication, the community will deliver value far beyond your expectations. So in the tradition, what we are having that one way of exchanging information, the person who is the speaker of community will give you information regarding the topic. But now these online communities will give you a value which is far beyond the expectation, because there is expertise people who will share information in these online communities, and all are engaged and connections that are relevant and meaningful to the online community. Not any of the people who is irrelevant in the organization will give information on the online community. No, there is specific expertise which will share the information as well as the knowledge with others to inspire the engagement as well, and for the connections that are relevant in that online community. In the end, they have probably discovered that people who are feel like a critical part of the community because of their distinctive contributions to the online community. Because most important thing in any online community nowadays is that the people who is joining that community must having critical part of knowledge about the specific online community agenda and topic, and who will remain most loyal and lasting in this community. It is the most important thing in any online community. So moving to the next slide. So in this point, communities grows from shared purpose. So after looking all of the examples, we can look back at our original question: what makes a community a community? So Here is the basic characteristics of any community is shared purpose. What is the purpose of joining that community is the only question which is in the everybody's mind when they're joining the online community. So golf player want to know which clubs to buy. Sephora consumers wants the latest beauty tips. Likewise, in the online communities, anyone who is joining at what is the purpose of this community and why are joining with this community? What is the organizational goal for this community? Like any of the members, retention, increased revenue, and all. So all of this question is in the mind of every unique member who is joining that online community. So it must be a shared purpose with all of them must be same, not any distinction in the purpose of the online community. Moving to the next slide, that communities are thoughtful, moderated. So in this point, they are saying that the online platform feels safe and enjoyable for the participants for the long-term health of the online community. Because online communities moderation becomes so important, and it's another reason is they have dedicated community management, and a large part of becoming a good online community moderator is known as how to strike balance between controlling conversation to maintain order and contributing to keep conversation fresh and giving members and employees or customers enough freedom to feel like they are express themselves. So any thoughtful communities on the online community is part of community may be an important part for any communication because if they are not properly communicate. In the last point, they will say that the members should genuinely feel like the online community is a place that they can stay here for a while and express their knowledge and opinions with some of the individuals which are very much about their specific on this topic or a part of community. And having guidelines, they protect you and the community. It must be a part of online community. Move to the next slide. In this slide, we are talking about the benefits of online communities. First is the create real connection. So benefits of this online community is that communicates, create links between the customers and the real people at the organization. And user with a question can tag follow members in the discussion and post and question and expect response from this someone in the community. So any of you having any doubt regarding online communities or any topic in while in the part of any event of these online communities, you can tag a question to the specific person or the speaker and they will quickly respond to their query because they are a part of online community and there are a number of limited people there. So they will able to respond to their query, number of queries which you were asking the online communities. So this is the only in the part of create real connections here, not a fake or a dummy connections with the online community. Next benefit is stand out from the competition with the better customer experience. So in this point of a benefit, they are saying that the online communities have many internal functions for the organization, from the content creation to marketing intelligence. For every user, there are number of parts in their experience, and their overall satisfaction depend upon their quality of content they deliver to the each member. So that is the point which is stand out them from the competition with the better customer experiences and all. For example, here that research from Temping Group found that the companies that earn 1 billion annually expect to gain on an average additional 77 million over 3 years investing in customer experience. So when they are giving any amount or spending any amount by the company on these type of online communities, they will gain something in return, which is you can see the amount here, 75 million over the 3 years, because they have invested something for their customer experiences, for the customer satisfaction, which is separated from them from their competitions in the market. Next point, the next benefit here is the generate lead and acquire new members. So these online communities also generate leads for the business. And here is the meaning of leads here, that when any people is connected with you from the far distance and they see that your company has a good potential in the online communities, so they will sign a contract between you, which generates a lead of a pipeline to exchange your ideas and the products with each other, and also they become a part of your new member of your online communities. Okay. Moving to the next slide here, feedback, ideation, and crowdsourcing. So if a user wants to engage with you, with each other, they need to show them that they are being heard and they are being taking the feedback thoughts into the account. So the feedback and the ideation and crowdsourcing is the basically part of online community benefits for them, that they will get a feedback from the other people that I have listened to your idea and give you feedback, and there are crowdsourcing as well, of from where they can outsource the data and information to the people in the online community, which is useful for them and which is giving them full advantage of that, taking the most common complaints and source of confusion, and which generates a new idea in the future for the company and for the personal growth as well. So this is the benefit of online community here. Next is decrease support cost. One of the greatest benefits of online communities, aside from the positive member-driven customer focused communication, is that empower people to reduce timing you spend on the transactional calls and support cost. For example, each and every product which is launched in the market nowadays, the company is providing them 24/7 customer care services. But with the help of these online communities, we can say that the number of people, the cost is decreased, because when they launch any branded product by the brand, their user generated the seeds from the new ideas and expertise, which is from the frequently asked questions from the online communities. And they will not be struggling from this for long term, because they will resolve in the initial stage only. When they launch it, they will quickly resolve the problem, because they know that in online community, the people are asking these questions. So these are the problem which is faced by every consumer. So we have to resolve it right now. So their support cost, which is the customer care cost, will be decreased in future for the company. Next is driven revenue growth. So in this, they also get revenue from their number of online communities, because they can help them to combine awareness and engagement about their sales in the market, and ultimately they will generate a revenue growth for the community members and all. And community members can naturally discover a course of product through discussion with each other, and sales team can identify potential new members and customers through these community activities. So all of this is a part of community, and whether we are going in any way, the promotion is there, so their revenue will be ultimately the last goal of the company to achieve, and it can be achieved with the help of this online communities as well. So thank you, students, for the session.